idea for podcasting actually came from, it's been in my head for a long time. Last semester, we had a small staff, and everybody was kind of in their own shell, and nobody was really like conversating, right? This semester, we have a bigger team, so there's a lot of personality going around in the newsroom. And when I started this semester, what I wanted to do was get to know everybody. And I think as soon as people started getting comfortable with each other, we started to show a little bit of ourselves. And when I started seeing people show themselves, I realized, hey, these are some funny people. These are some really cool people. Let's go ahead and show our personality compared to just words written on a newspaper, right?
I listen to a few podcasts outside in my free time, mostly just when I'm doing chores around the house. I like to listen to podcasts so I can have like something to listen to. Because I listen to music when either like I'm outside like walking, doing stuff like that. But I usually listen to podcasts when I'm at home. I don't know. It feels like having like people talk around me, just like keep my mind busy. It helps me like do stuff around the house.
To those who are fans of MMA, UFC, or any type of martial art, whenever they hear Fight Club, it really does grab their attention. So to even have fight night.
Well, I like the Eunice podcast because there's me in it, of course, but also I think it's very interesting to see like our colleagues what they like, what are their tastes on movies and music and stuff like that. So that's why I like the Eunice podcast.
When I go first the letter, yeah, I'll cry to the music sometimes when I'm sad, but then it's so good that you just out there and you know yeah, getting to the topic like that.
I think the Unions podcast is very interesting because you get a lot of different perspectives from like students that are in the staff, and a lot of variety of topics as well. It goes from like sports to movies, music, and food, travelings, and that's very interesting. That can appeal to a wider audience, and you also get the perspective of the staff who have written stories around campus on those topics and themes. So you also get their perspective as well.
I've always said this to my advisors. I want to be the best writer, but over the years, over the semesters, I've wanted to do a lot more. I've wanted to cover entertainment news. I wanted to cover sports. I wanted to cover music. My goal is to be one of the best writers and one of the most read writers, but I don't just want to be a journalist. I have a dream of like maybe writing movie scripts one day, maybe writing a book one day, because that's what got me into journalism in the first